This tutorial will show you how to use the 3D Decoupage tool in CraftArtist 2 Professional. The 3D Decoupage tool allows you to apply a digital 3D layered effect like this to items in your craft project. Once created, you can customize the effect using the Decoupage context toolbar and then fine-tune it using on-page controls. To show you how this fabulous tool works, I've created this Christmas graphic using the Fairy Tales Winter Digikit from Daisy Trail. The decoupage effect looks particularly nice on Digikit items such as embellishments and materials, as well as on your photos. You will find the 3D Decoupage tool on the standard toolbar here. It will only be clickable when you have a suitable item selected on your page. The decoupage effect is made up of two main parts, the decoupage base and one or more decoupage layers that are placed above the base. Decoupage layers are different to the layers used in the Layers tab here. To put it simply, decoupage layers are like tiers used to make up the effect, like the layers on a wedding cake. Now, I'm going to select my embellishment and click the 3D Decoupage tool on the toolbar. CraftArtist will apply a 3D decoupage effect to your item. Once the effect has been applied, you can customize it using the settings on the Decoupage context toolbar. If you want to remove a decoupage effect, you can click this button here. You can easily change the look of your decoupage effect with these buttons on the context toolbar. Shrink will duplicate your item on each decoupage layer in gradually smaller pieces. If left unticked, your item will be progressively cropped onto each decoupage layer instead. The Shape button allows you to change the shape of your decoupage effect. Click this button and pick a shape from the drop-down menu. The first shape you see is called Same as Base, and you'll need to choose this one to retain your original item's shape. If you apply a shape from the drop-down list, you'll see the Include Base button becomes clickable. If you tick it, you'll see that the base of your item also has the shape applied to it. The Layers button allows you to set the number of decoupage layers on your item. You can either use the up and down arrows, type a number into the space and click Enter, or use the slider. The Shadow button allows you to see the decoupage layers you've applied. If you turn off the shadow, this does not turn off the decoupage effect, but you won't be able to see it. You can adjust the angle of the shadow using the Angle slider here. Sometimes you might apply a decoupage effect to an object and wonder why you can't see it. It might just be that you need to adjust the angle of the shadow. To demonstrate the Rotate Top slider, I'm going to use a photograph. Now if I add a 3D decoupage effect, I can rotate the top using this slider. See how each layer rotates to create an artistic effect. You could apply a shape to your design, but then use the Rotate slider to make it even more artistic. You can click the Include Base button to add the shape to your bottom layer. To remove the Rotate effect, type 0 into the space or move the slider to 0. The Layout for Print button will place each layer of your decoupage onto a separate page ready for printing. You can either choose to create a new document or add pages to the one you're working on. If you want to include the original item in your print layout, ensure Include the Base Decoupage layer is selected. CraftArtist will do its best to lay the pieces out for you, but we would recommend moving them to fit the page before printing. You can also use the Print Preview to make sure your pieces fit the page. The last button on the toolbar, Convert to Curves, will break apart your decoupage item into separate pieces. Believe it or not, there are even more ways to alter your decoupage effect than the ones we've already shown you. You can also fine-tune the effect by using on-page slider handles. With your object selected, take a look around the outside selection box. You'll see little white nodes or sliders. You can move these up and down or left and right to change the look of your decoupage effect. Let's start with the one at the top. Before you've moved any of the other sliders, this one will let you alter the size of the decoupage effect while keeping the aspect ratio of the base layer. The slider on the left adjusts the height of the decoupage effect, so makes it squash towards the centre or stretched outwards. Once you've adjusted the height, the top slider will change from size to width. The slider on the right adjusts the vertical or top to bottom position of the decoupage effect on your item. The slider at the bottom adjusts the horizontal or left to right position of the effect. You can control which layers are affected by these adjustments with this drop-down menu here. You can choose to adjust all layers, just the bottom layer, or just the top layer. You can reset the decoupage effect at any time by double-clicking the slider you've just adjusted. This will revert the setting back to default. We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Visit our YouTube channel for more.